friends at home. In this video, I will be going over this how to carve a jack-o'-lantern planning page with you. I am sitting here in the classroom with all of your face-to-face friends. Everyone say hello.
Hello.
And we are so excited to get started on this. So friends, one of the things that I am going to teach you this year is something called the writing process. Can you all say that? The writing process. A process is the directions for how you do something from beginning to end. Okay? So the process of brushing your teeth would be first you take out your toothbrush and toothpaste. Next you put the toothpaste on the brush. Then you run it under the water and you brush your teeth. Then you spit out the toothpaste, you rinse your brush and you put it away. It's a process. Okay, so the steps we follow from beginning to end is called a process. So Austin, in the writing process, there are steps that we take from beginning to end when we are doing a writing piece. Even authors who write books go through the writing process. And there are steps that you take along the way in order to get to that final polished piece. Okay, Connor, what is up? Right, the design process was a process we learned in science where we would do step 1, step 2, step 3. It's a process. So now we're talking about the writing process, okay? Now, in the writing process, as I was saying, even authors who write books go through these steps. They don't just sit down one day and write a book and have it on the shelf in the store to sell the same day. There's a process. There are steps you have to take. Earlier this week, when we were working on our Frankensteins and our Frankensteinas, we did a little bit of the writing process. Who remembers what we started? What was the first step that we did in our journals for the writing process? I called it something to do with inside our head. What was that called? Dominic, do you remember? It had to do with your brain. A brainstorm. Good job. And when we were brainstorming for our Halloween writing, we put down all kinds of ideas about things we like about Halloween. So the first step in the writing process is to brainstorm possible things you want to write about. Okay? So in your journals, just like we did with the Halloween writing, you are going to do some brainstorming to help you build the parts for this planning page. All right? So let's right now look at the topic of our writing, and let's do a brainstorm to come up with some ideas to help us do this writing piece. Okay? Step 1 is the brainstorm. So here's my brainstorm paper. You will use a page in your journal like you did before. And the topic of this writing is how to carve a jack-o'-lantern. So without worrying about writing complete sentences, without worrying about putting things in proper order, start raising your hand and telling me things that you do when you're carving a jack-o'-lantern. What are the things you have to do, to carve a jack-o'-lantern? Camila? You have to cut it, right? Okay, so we have to cut the jack-o'-lantern, so I'll write that down. And give me some more details about cutting it. What all do I have to cut on a jack-o'-lantern when I'm cutting it?
The top.
Oh, you have to cut the top, right? What else do you have to cut on a jack-o'-lantern? Johnny?
You have to cut the face.
You got to cut the face. Good job. And the face includes the eyes, if you want a nose, and the mouth. Okay, so we have to cut the top and the face. What else do we do when we're making a jack-o'-lantern or carving a jack-o'-lantern? Amelia?
You have to get out the seeds and the mushy.
Yeah, the seeds and the mushy stuff. We call that the guts, right? So we have to take out the seeds and the mushy stuff or the guts. So we'll say take out seeds, guts, mushy stuff. Okay. What else do we do when we're carving a jack-o'-lantern? I've never carved a jack-o'-lantern before. I don't know anything about it. So, okay, I cut off the top and I took out seeds, guts, and mushy stuff. I cut out a face. Now what do I do, Connor?
You get a candle and you light it.
Oh, okay. You put a candle in there. Put a candle. Okay. Beckett, what else do I do?
Then you start.
All right, you start cutting after, so you have to take out the seeds and guts first, then you cut. So first you cut the top, then you take out the seeds, then you cut the face, right? I can't put the candle in until the top is off. I probably shouldn't light the candle until I'm done carving it. All right? Ava June, did you want to add to that?
I forgot what I said.
She forgot. Noah, did you want to add to that? Go ahead. You have to make it spooky. Okay, so you might want to make it spooky. Or you could make it silly. Or funny. Or serious. That's up to you. What else? Austin?
When I have it's a swan, something of a pumpkin. It kind of looks like a watermelon.
Oh, cool. Serafina?
You could paint it.
Oh, you could paint it, but if we're making a true jack-o'-lantern, the first things we're going to do is cut off the top, take out the seeds, guts, and mushy stuff, cut the face. All right. Now, we've done our brainstorm. You'll be doing this in your journal. When you are done at home or here in the classroom doing your brainstorm where you just throw your ideas on paper, now we have to start getting these ideas in order. Okay? So that is what this page is for. This is your planning page. So when you get your planning page, the first thing I do is always the same. Take out my pencil and write down my name. It is really important that you write down your name on this, okay? So now we are going to do our planning page. So do you see right here on the planning page it says number 1? And then on this page it says carving a jack-o'-lantern is. Now on this line I need to use some adjectives to describe what is carving a jack-o'-lantern. Is it gross? Is it weird? Is it fun? Is it exciting? What is carving a jack-o'-lantern? Isaac? He forgot. What is it? Noah?
Fun.
Okay, Noah thinks it's fun. What do you think it is, Connor?
Cool.
Fun, cool. What do you think it is, Blake?
Disgusting and cool.
Disgusting and cool.
Touching all the guts.
I can understand that. He thinks it's disgusting because he doesn't like touching the gut. Disgusting and cool, though, he said. Faith?
I think it's cool to touch the guts.
She thinks it's cool. She doesn't think it's disgusting. She thinks it feels cool. But Beckett? Exciting. Good adjective. Exciting. All right. I wrote down a bunch. And you see they already have the period here for me. I wrote down a bunch. If you don't think it's disgusting, don't write disgusting. If you don't think it's exciting, don't write exciting. On your paper, you're going to put what you think it is. Carving a jack-o'-lantern is fun. Carving a jack-o'-lantern is cool. Carving a jack-o'-lantern is the best thing I've ever done in my whole life. Carving a jack-o'-lantern is boring. Carving a jack-o'-lantern is too cool for school. You decide what you want to say. Hands down. That is step 1. Okay? After you put in your adjectives to tell me how you feel about carving a jack-o'-lantern, now you're going to use your journal with your brainstorm to fill out step 1, which is first, step 2, which is then, step 3, which is last. So what's the first thing you do? Well, look at our planning page. We said first you have to cut the top. Okay? So why don't we say first you cut the top and take out the seeds? Does that work? So that's what I'm going to say. So first, cut top. And this doesn't even have to be a complete sentence. Take out seeds. That's the first thing I do. All right, got that. Top, take out the seeds. I could say seeds and guts, right? Okay, then what do I do now that I've cut the top and took out the seeds and guts? Now I have to carve my face. So then, cut out a face. All right, and then the last thing that I do is put my candle inside. Now these words, spooky and silly, I could say cut out a silly face or cut out a spooky face. It's up to you because it's your writing. It's coming from your imagination. So my last step then on my planning page is last, put a candle inside. Okay, so I have sentence 1, carving a jack-o'-lantern is fun, cool, disgusting, exciting, and awesome. Step 2, first, cut top, take out seeds and guts. Now I'm going to draw a picture of that. So here's my pumpkin, and your drawings are going to be much better than mine because you have a whole box of crayons and you'll make yours look lovely. But here is my pumpkin. Here is where I'm going to cut the top. Okay, here's my carving knife. Kind of looks like this. Right? What? Good. He said who's holding it. That's awesome. So I need to add more detail to my picture, right? So here I'm cutting the top and then I need to take out the guts and seeds. So maybe I have a bowl over here that I'll put all the seeds and the guts in. Blech, pumpkin guts, okay? Your pictures will be much more detailed. Then cut out a face. So now I've got my little guy here with his top cut off. Here's the top over here, see? Okay, and now I'm going to cut out the face. It's kind of a weird face. Okay, and here's my little carver again, carving the face. Again, I'm just doing quick drawings. You're going to do more detailed drawings. And then last it says put a candle inside. So now I'll go like this, and here's my jack-o'-lantern. The top is back on now because we already got it finished here. So here he is with his crazy sidewinded mouth. And then inside of him, I put the candle. So I'll go like this and go inside. Okay? So now I've drawn my pictures. Down here at the bottom, do you see where it says number 5? Number 5 said, it is blank to carve a jack-o'-lantern. Now, we already said up here, carving a jack-o'-lantern is fun, cool, disgusting, exciting, and awesome. So you can take those same adjectives and use them down here. It is fun, cool, exciting, awesome. You decide and put those words here. Okay? Now, when you're finished with this page, you have planned your entire writing piece. It is ready for you to start doing your rough draft tomorrow. You can literally look at this and see. Carving a jack-o'-lantern is fun, cool, disgusting, exciting, and awesome. First, cut the top, take out the seeds and guts. Then, cut out a face. Last, put a candle inside. It is fun and cool to carve a jack-o'-lantern. Okay, this basically writes the paper for you. Do you see how it comes together in a nice story? So now I'm going to leave it to you. You will start in your journal doing your planning or your brainstorming, coming up with your ideas. Then you will move to your planning page. Do you have to do the exact same thing that I did? Oh gosh, no. You could add totally different adjectives. Maybe you want to say first you wash the pumpkin, or first you pick the pumpkin from the patch. Then you cut off the top and take out the guts and carve a face. Then you put in a candle and put it on your front porch. It's totally up to you. You say what you want to. This was just an example that I showed you. Okay? So have fun with this. Do a great job on this. Do lots of details in your coloring. You can color the little girl up here with her pumpkin when you're done. You can color the little jack-o'-lantern there. And I really look forward to seeing these planning pages. Have fun with this, friends at home. Bye.